What is up, everyone? It's me, Jrod, the filmmaker, former film major, and frequent fighting gamer from Philadelphia, and we are back with a surprise video. This video is a surprise to even me, because earlier I had planned to do another episode of Destroy All Humans gameplay, a series that I've been doing for a little while now, but instead I changed my idea at the very last minute because there is a very hot rumor going around. So hot, in fact, that I feel like I need to cover it. I mean, I've looked at the news, I've watched a bunch of videos on it, and I'm not a news channel. I don't really go through news or news rumors, but I do know a way that I can make a video on this that is perfectly within my style. So let's get right into it. First of all, the news that I am mentioning in the hot news is that Netherrealm Studios, the maker of Injustice and Mortal Kombat, some of my favorite fighting games ever, are rumored to be working on a Marvel fighting game. And it is not confirmed, it is just speculation from someone who claims to be an industry insider. And it's not too far-fetched, because if you go back to this interview that came out early in the launch cycle of Mortal Kombat 11, Ed Boon revealed that he has in fact had a meeting with Marvel about making a game, and he couldn't divulge any information because it might be something that's still on the table.
Ever had one conversation with Marvel about making a fighting game?
Yes.
What? When?
I did, but I probably shouldn't talk about it.
Are you excited about that idea?
Oh God, yes. We would love to make like a Marvel fighting game, or Marvel versus DC. I think would be the coolest.
So this idea sounds completely real to me. I mean, it's not confirmed. I want to say that it is just speculation, but it does sound very believable. In addition to that, the people who love superheroes and the people who love fighting games took it a step further and rumored that maybe the game that they are working on is a game that we've all wanted for so long. Marvel versus DC fighting game of some sort. Now that, like I said, this is an additional rumor on top of the other rumor, so it's not confirmed that this is coming, but wouldn't it be so sick? I mean, anyone who's a superhero fan, this is something that people have been thinking about since, when you know who the two big superhero comic book companies are, you wonder who will win in an all-out brawl. And so, because of that, today I am going to do my wish list for that DC versus Marvel fighting game. I know it's all speculation. I'll say that a couple more times throughout this video, but the most fun part about these fighting games and their release cycle is the speculation. It's the part where we have no information, and the only thing we have to go off is these random theories that come into our head. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And also, if you don't already know, I've done an Injustice 3 wish list video already. So for my DC list, I won't be repeating those same characters. So if you want to see the DC characters that I want in Injustice 3, go ahead and check out that video. It'll be linked in a card and in the description. For this list, I will use some of the characters that I did not think about that people commented on that video and brought to my attention, as well as, you know, anyone who I feel like got left out. So if you want my full list of DC characters, you have to watch that video as well as this video. Then for Marvel, it'll just be a brand new list of characters, as I've never done a speculation list for Marvel superheroes. So that is going to be it, guys, and we're going to get right into it right now with the DC list. Let's get into it with a list of DC characters that I left out of the first list. Starting off, and I'm going to do this pretty fast because there are a lot of characters on both lists. Starting off, we have Amazo. It was a fan favorite in my comments, and I think Amazo would be great in the game. Have similar movesets to someone like, I don't know, like a Parasite type character. Then we have Thunder from Black Lightning, my favorite character from the DC TV lineup, and it would be so amazing to see Thunder in the game, especially if we get the likeness of Nafisa Williams, who portrays her so well on TV. Next up, we got Firefly. You know, it wasn't one of my picks, but a lot of people did want him in the game. And then we have Red X. Red X actually is a fan favorite character of mine from the old Teen Titans shows, and they brought him back in the comics, so I guess it is possible. Then we have Etrigan the Demon. This would really be a sick character, and I did miss out on putting him in the list. I considered it for sure. He was just outside of the list because I talked about John Constantine. I included a clip with him in it. But yeah, I would love Etrigan to be in the game. Such a sick, unique character. Then we have Impulse, the younger Flash relative. He's hilarious on Young Justice, and it was great to see newer versions of, you know, characters we've seen before like Flash. And in that same vein, we also have Red Arrow. Green Arrow has been in 2 of the games, despite the fact that he died pretty early in the story. It would be great to see Speedy's Red Arrow take up the mantle and, you know, be a little bit unique with his Arsenal counterpart or his Arsenal move list. Then after that, we've got Man-Bat. I said I wanted some crazy monster characters like King Shark, Killer Croc, and someone said, hey, you forgot to mention Man-Bat. So there he is. Ra's al Ghul, who personally I would also love to be in this game because I main Robin. So we can get another really sick like sword martial arts character like Ra's al Ghul, I would definitely put some time into learning him. And then we have El Diablo from the Suicide Squad movie. You know, not my favorite movie, but this would make a really fun character. Completely fire-based, something like Firestorm was in the last game. And after that, we got Metamorpho, another character that would be completely unique. And that's the main reason I would love to see him in there, because no one else is like him. Also, Livewire. You know, I think Livewire would also be a great addition to the game, and a couple people in my comments requested her. Larfleeze. No one really said, well, someone did say Larfleeze by name, but we definitely wanted some more Lantern characters, and outside of just the green, yellow, and red that we already got, Larfleeze and the orange rings, or someone like Necron and the black rings, would be a great new Lantern character. Two-Face from Batman. I have no idea what he would do in the game because he's just a normal dude that has like chemical burns on his face, but a lot of people want him in the game, so let's see what NRS could do with him. Stargirl, and I'm excited about this one because I love the Stargirl show on CW, so yeah, I would be excited to see what she would do in the game and how she would play with that staff. And then Shining Knight, another one that was recommended to me in the comments. Didn't really think about him, but also I would love to see what he does in the game. Maybe another sword character? I'm all for it. So that is going to be it for the list of DC characters I want in this game. Like I said before, there's more to this list. If you go and check out my Injustice 3 wish list, there's way more characters on there like Static, Beast Boy, Crazy Jane from Doom Patrol. So if there's someone on here that you're missing, or even someone who you want to return from either Injustice 1 or Injustice 2, they're probably in that list. Unless you're looking for, you know, the obvious picks like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. I didn't mention any of those, but come on, obviously they would be in the game. So now let's get into the more interesting one. Who are the Marvel characters that I would want in this Marvel vs. DC fighting game? And to save time, I'm not going to do the obvious picks like the main Avengers that have made it into the MCU, Cap, Thor, Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye, all those guys. I'm not even really going to mention like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Vision, and Wanda. You know, any character that has that much recognition, I feel like should definitely be guaranteed a spot in this game, including Black Panther, Ant-Man, you know, any character like that. So if I don't mention those, it's because I feel like they're pretty obvious. But my less obvious picks, let's get right into them. Starting off with Monica Rambeau. Now, by the time this game comes out, she might be one of those MCU household names. She's already been in WandaVision. She's supposed to be in Captain Marvel 2. So who knows? But I would love Monica Rambeau to be in the game because she is just a sick character. Like, has really cool powers, really powerful, and she just looks great. And Tiana Paris's depiction in WandaVision makes me love the character even more. So if we could get Tiana's voice and face for the character, it would make it even more amazing. Then we got Loki. Now, come on, Loki has a show coming up. He's also an MCU. He's also an MCU mainstay, a household name. People love him. But I had to mention him because I feel like we should get enough representation for the villains, including my next pick, Ultron. Ultron is, you know, one of my personal favorite villains from the MCU. Just the way he talked and moved, he was really imposing and really cool. Next up, we've got Nova, a character that I've wanted in the MCU for so long. He's been hinted and teased at, but hasn't made it yet. I would love Nova to be in this game because he is such a sick character with sick origin and sick powers. Then we have Venom. I know there's a little bit of licensing issues between the Sony characters and the MCU characters, but I need Venom in this game. He's one of my favorite Marvel characters. He just has that unique dark look to him. He's creepy and he's cool at the same time. Then we've got Deadpool, another character that's like, come on, how can you not do it? He's just so much room for jokes and funny one-liners, interactions with other characters. And from a combat perspective, he has some sick powers. It's gonna be kind of hard to kill Deadpool. Ghost Rider. I would love for Ghost Rider to be in this game. I don't mind if it's the OG Johnny Blaze, if it's the Danny Reyes, or if it's any Ghost Rider in between, or even if it's just a general Ghost Rider that has all these different costumes. Oh, that would look so sick. And after Ghost Rider, we've got Blade, another dark character that will be coming soon to the MCU. So by then, we hope that the representation will carry on into this game. And then after Blade, we've got Kamala Khan. I'm gonna include some clips from my Marvel's Avengers beta gameplay. I didn't upload my part 2, but in part 2 I played as Kamala, and she was definitely my main for that beta. I loved her moveset. I loved how they made her powers work in combat, and she was so much fun to play as. So we can play as her in a 2D, 3D in a fighter where I can really main her and learn her moves and just get some really sick combos out of it. It would be so sick. I promise you guys, if they put Kamala in the game, she's gonna be one of my mains for sure. And like in my Injustice 3 wish list, I love the characters that are like Plastic Man, Kamala, Mr. Fantastic. I love those goofy, stretchy characters because they're kind of fun and campy, and at the same time they can do some really cool stuff if they put their minds to it. Next up we have, I already said Black Panther and Scarlet Witch. So next up we got some big groups of characters, starting off with the Netflix characters. I would love to see Iron Fist and Luke Cage, Daredevil and Elektra, and Punisher, as well as Jessica Jones. Any and all of those characters. I know that Iron Fist didn't end too well, and I wouldn't mind them choosing a different actor to portray the character, but the character in the comics is one of my favorites. He's so cool and so unique, and even throw Shang-Chi in there to get some really cool kung fu fighting. And the next big group is, come on, you guys should have seen this coming, the X-Men. We need some X-Men reps, and I actually have the characters I would want to be in the game as X-Men reps. Rogue, Nightcrawler, Gambit, Jean Grey, Kitty Pryde, Psylocke, and then Wolverine. But I would also wouldn't mind if it was X-23's Wolverine, because she's one of the main Wolverines right now in the comics, and I read a lot of her run and I love her as the main Wolverine. So either way, maybe it's a skin, swap out a Premier skin, maybe they're two separate characters. I don't mind. But that is all of the characters that I want from Marvel. I got some guest characters. Yes, if you didn't see my Injustice 3 wish list, the guest character I chose for that game is Ben 10. I think Ben 10 would fit into the game so easily and be so sick. But some other guests that got recommended to me were Generator Rex. I mean, come on, he goes hand in hand with Ben 10 and he would really be sick. The Power Rangers, the Thundercats, as well as Aang or Korra from the Avatar series. Those are some of the guest characters that you requested, and they would be sick whether it's an Injustice 3 or it's a Marvel versus DC fighting game. They would be sick either way. So that is my full list of DC characters, Marvel characters, guest characters that I would want in the game. But I know for a fact that I forgot some of them, so you guys need to help me out. I need you to comment down below who you would want in the Marvel versus DC fighting game on both sides. If you know, before you guys comment your DC characters, go ahead and check out my Injustice 3 wish list, because I might have already mentioned them. You can still mention them in the comments. I just want you to know, like, don't say, hey, you forgot Shazam and Batgirl and Beast Boy, because I didn't. They're in the other video. So check out that other video, comment who you want in your game. Tell me if you feel me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and also, let's hope. Let's all cross our fingers and hope that this rumor is true and that we actually get this game, because it would be so sick. It would be a win for Marvel fans, DC fans, fighting game fans, superhero fans, Netherrealm Studios, Disney. It would be a win for everyone involved. So, yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Tell me if you feel me. Peace out. And yeah, let's see what I have to think about the final reaction, final review of this film. Yes, it's me. I'm back. I'm 1 year older, as a year did not pass between me recording the reaction and me recording this final review, but my birthday was in between there, so I am old.